how do you feel with your competitors with X Factor and Sing Off? How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling
Yummy scented Randy? How are you feeling?
I'm actually feeling good. I mean, I think, listen, they're all different shows. I don't think there's really any competition of sorts. I mean, X is doing their thing. Simon's our boy, and Paul is our girl for life. Well as all the other people on it, the people on the Sing Off. I mean, we've been in this industry for a long time, so we all know each other. And I mean, I think, they're doing their thing, and we're trying to do our thing.
That's my question.
So what do you guys think of the contestants that you've seen in Pittsburgh so far?
Jennifer, Steven?
Wow, yesterday was unreal. We had 6 numero unos at the yacht club. And today, we got a little guy in a rowboat walking across that. No, today we need a limerick to start this afternoon off after lunch, and I'm sure they'll be there.
Do you guys know what a limerick is?
Stephen reads limericks that can't be broadcast.
Yes, not for
after lunch
use.
to get us going.
Yeah.
But
Little Jack Warner sat in the corner.
It's been slow this morning. It was really
eating
strong
his
yesterday.
Christmas pie, stuck in his thumb, pulled out a plum, and said, "What the hell is this?" Boy, that was funny in the 70s.
Wow. Okay.
Well, it just shows you what they can't put on TV, but what everybody's dying to hear.
See?
Yeah.
Look.
You tweeted yesterday that somebody planked during an audition. Did somebody?
Yes, someone did.
Yes.
Someone came in, right? They planked outside, and then they came in and they planked inside, and it got us to thinking, well, planking's not in anymore. Owling and Batmaning and all these things are kind of the
So
same.
last season, planking. It's so last season.
But
Right,
how did the
Jennifer?
planker do?
That's what I heard.
The planking was very still.
The girl made it through. Her sister planked
Stephen, have you ever
in
planked?
honor of her
I
sister.
have planked, but not planked.
I usually plank every night.
Yes, it was true. Thanks for following me.
Have you had a lot of the really funny, comical, awful ones so far? They're so fun to watch.
There's always those ones. We have our share of those still this season, yes. It's just funny that tradition continues on Idol Season 11.
Are you enjoying Pittsburgh? Have you done anything fun here in our city?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, there's a guy that's not from here. He's from L.A. that is just fascinated with this tasty cake thing. His name is Mike Darnell. He just loves these tasty cakes. He's been buying every one in town.
And that sandwich with the French fries on it and all put together with cheese.
Coleslaw, that weird sandwich.
Yeah.
for Manny Brothers?
Yeah.
We
It'll
closed
set
down the
your back
bridge. That was nice. We just did a shot and closed down the bridge. It only took 6 minutes. The traffic didn't snarl. We did our part.
I got a question for you guys. What about the Steelers? Where are your terrible towels, man? What's going on here?
Are any of y'all Steelers fans?
I am.
I do have a question. We're the City of Champions.
That's right.
You're going to find the American Idol champion?
This is the City of Champions, the perfect spot to find our next superstar. Let's get the audition started in Pittsburgh.
Well, it's funny because today...
Very nice, Ryan.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Today we were commenting how everybody was fighting us. We had a lot of fighters who wouldn't go down. So maybe it has something to do with the fact that this is the City of Champions. They're not going down without a fight.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of people kind of arguing with us to the end.
But yesterday we found, Steven's right, we found 5 or 6 really good candidates for
Top 12.
the top 12. So we were really impressed yesterday.
In the context of things, that's an extremely strong day.
High number.
Real high number.
One of the best days I think we've had.
Steve and Jennifer, now you're in your second season. Is your judging style involved at all? Or are you coming out harder or softer? What do you think?
I think for me, it's pretty much the same. It's the same. It comes from the same place. It's about the music and trying to help them and trying to tell them what they need to hear in a way that they can hear it. And that hasn't changed for me.
It's different for me because last season I had not done this before. I spent my life on tour, but it feels really good now. Kind of sort of knowing what's going on, and I feel a little bit more comfortable. It's interesting, we're all in sync with what it's going to take to be an American Idol. I mean, they got to go through a gauntlet. And after going and seeing last year what it is, it's a little easier for me to tell them that they might not have something that we're looking for.
Jennifer, on that note, last season we saw you get emotional sometimes and you had to tell people they weren't going through. Is that going to be easier, do you think, for you this season?
No, I mean, people are people, and sometimes their stories touch you, you know, and I mean, even today we had a family come in here and be supportive, and just to even see that love and that family, you know, brought a tear to my eye. I mean, that's how I am. You know, I have that type of feeling, so if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But
is there anything that you've seen this year that has been good in a really different way? Any kind of contestant with any kind of genre that...
Yeah, I think
we have.
I think we've seen some very interesting, quirky kind of kids that you wouldn't associate with most of these shows where you find mostly pop singers. So I think last year we had an array of talent. When you look at Casey to James to Scotty to Lauren to Pia to the reggae girl, I mean, we had everything. So I think we're seeing more of that, and I think from a musician standpoint and an artist standpoint, which we all are, that's exciting to us, you know what I mean?
I think last year opened it up for a lot of different types of performers and singers to feel like, well, maybe I thought it was one thing and now it's, you know, it's really just about great artistry. It's about being a great singer in whatever way that is, you know, and if America can, again, at the end of the day, America is the one who chooses, so it's just about being great.
You guys make a big time commitment with this, and, you know, it's not something that you have to do for the finances. There's obviously something about you and your passion that you want to pass down. What is that about? Is this a way to sort of, I don't want to say a legacy, because you know, but
I think when you love music, when you really love music, and Stephen and I talked about this a little bit last year, it's like, where do we get to use any of what we know from the experience that we have and really, really, like, give that information to somebody else? And this is that kind of outlet, that kind of avenue where we get to work with other artists and watch them grow and help them with the benefit of our experience. You know, it's just, it's great to be able to do. It's a nice exchange, and in exchange they wind up teaching us things just by watching them go through what they go through, conquer this nerve, do that note, do this thing. It's like, you know what, I do that sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's just this great exchange, I think, between artists, and what makes it really, really special, I mean, last year and hopefully again this year.
You know, it's funny, this past weekend, we were all in Vegas at this lovely iHeart Radio event that Ryan was hosting, that Jennifer performed at, that me and Stephen performed at. I performed with Stephen. And I was just, you know, not that, you know, we think about it all the time, but I was thinking to myself, here we are doing what we do. We actually walk the walk, do the talk. This is what we actually do. So when we're talking to these kids, we really know, because it's what we actually do. Still active performers, doing it, you know what I mean? So it's not like out of context for us, really.
And music's come such a long way. Everybody's singing. Everybody can sing, but we're looking for that simple song. We're looking for that simple song sung in a specific way that changes somebody's life, and it's out there. And we know, sometimes we think we know what that is.
We know when we see it.
Oh, we certainly know when we see it.
I feel like, Stephen, we're looking for people that are living on the edge.
How many people actually convince you after you've said no, or in your own way give a few tips? How many of them can convince you to change your mind?
Good question.
A couple.
Yeah.
Not all.
A couple. I mean, I'm kind of more like the Steelers myself. It's hard to penetrate. Steel curtain, as you would have it.
Leave the jokes out here.
Ryan.
Yeah, I think how much pressure it must be. Like, someone walks in, you get like a 20-second soundbite, and then you have to come up with these critiques. Is it really easy for you to just say on the spot yes or no, or do you sometimes say, gosh, you know, I don't know what to say? It's kind of...
Yeah, after you see 50 people a day or whatever, 100 people, whatever we see a city, you know, you really have to just go with exactly how you feel. It's about not kind of censoring yourself, but looking at it, analyzing it. Sometimes you don't know. Yeah. We need to hear a second song, or we're like, well, there's something good there, but we're not sure.
Let's give them an example. No. Jennifer? Stephen?
Well, I'm not sure. I think that
Can we get one more song?
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. It really is brutal. It's brutal.
And every contestant thinks they're nice when they're holding the golden ticket. They're like, they're so nice. Like, well, because you're on your way, right? And the other
we are.
The other ones say they're still nice, but not as nice, right? When they look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That concludes our press conference. Thank you to our judges and Ryan.